Okay. Well, welcome back to another Motovlog. Today, we actually do have the privilege of being able to set out on a beautiful Florida day. Something we unfortunately didn't have the pleasure of last time. So, you might be wondering, well, where are we going this time? I'll tell you where we're going this time. We're going to a motorcycle dealership. Yippee! Now you may be wondering, doubly, well, why are we going to a motorcycle dealership? You have a motorcycle. Well, I have determined I don't want the R3 anymore. And I know you're like, what? You don't want the R3 anymore? But literally just last video you were talking about how you were going to ride it out until it dies on you. Yes, I did say that. I did indeed say that. But I'm going to counter with this. As much as I absolutely love and adore this thing, it's just not like where my needs are right now. What I'm typically doing is like long distance trips and stuff. Not that you can't do long distance trips on a sports bike, but like, let's be real here, it's really not ideal. You know, because most of the riding that I've done on this bike has been like, 3 to 4 hour rides. So obviously when you're riding on a little crotch rocket like this, it's not exactly the most comfortable thing in the world. So, what am I going to replace it with? That's right, a cruiser. Now, I will admit, I've always liked cruisers. I got the R3 just because at the time was kind of where I was at, right? Like, oh hey, you're in Florida, in my opinion, one of the best states you can have a bike in, mainly because of the weather, right? But yeah, I don't know, I'm kind of like now feeling as though, that I want a cruiser. So that's exactly what I'm going to do. So we are going to go to a dealership. It's about 40 minutes away. It has a motorcycle there that I'm interested in. It is an 1100cc bike. So you're jumping up there, but again, power to weight ratio. Obviously it's going to go much faster than the R3. But I was looking at some 600cc's cruisers. But the problem with those is that they're probably not going to go all that much faster than the R3. And some of them even are going to go slower. So it's not necessarily that I care about speed, but it's just a matter of, obviously, like I said, I'm going to be doing a lot of long distance riding, meaning that I'm going to be I'm going to be on the highway a lot. So while those 600cc cruisers, and they're not bad, they're just not ideal for what I'm looking for. And admittedly, I am looking for a little bit more power. Alrighty, everybody. So this is the new motorcycle. It is a 2008 Yamaha V-Star 1100 Classic, and I love it. It's beautiful. So this is really the first ride that I've done on it. I really haven't ridden it practically at all since I got it, so let's fire it up. That didn't go as planned. There we go. So we like to hear. So this thing is, again, 1100 cc's. It's much bigger. Much louder. Much heavier. It's really not all that much faster from what I've looked up on it. It's pretty much the same exact thing. It's the same like top speed as what the R3 would have. So 110 about is pretty much what you're expected to get up to on this thing. This left-hand rear view mirror is really not all that great though, admittedly. But yeah, in terms of seating position, stuff like that, it's obviously a lot different than the R3. But yeah, I mean, so far it's comfortable. I think I'd probably upgrade the seat, just because right now, well, I guess I just have to put it through the ringer, see how everything goes. Now obviously one of your biggest differences is that this isn't going to tell you what gear you're in. It's not going to tell you what it's not going to tell you when to shift or anything. It's completely up to you. So I'll have to get used to this bike, kind of test its limits a bit, get an idea of how exactly this thing feels to ride, because that's something that I just haven't really gotten the chance to get to know yet. Already though, I mean, damn, I mean, this is 1100 cc's, so it's much more powerful than the R3, obviously. But yeah, I mean, I'm loving the seating position. Obviously I can put my kickstand, my stand down right there, and I can just kind of chill like that, which is awesome. I mean, it's really comfortable. It's made for long distance, obviously. Oh wow, yeah, that front brake is, this thing is heavy, so it takes a lot. Baby. So obviously that's a thing. But man, oh, it's just so big and so powerful feeling, you know? Oh, fuck me. So one of the things I have to get used to, obviously, is the handling. The R3, it's a much smaller bike. It's a much more nimble bike. So it's easy to kind of weave in and out of traffic, to take turns tighter. But this thing is obviously very, very big. So it's gonna be a bit more difficult to maneuver. And obviously one of the main things I saw is that a lot of people, when they try and turn on this bike, it can catch them off guard sometimes, because they'll end up scraping the like the foot platforms, and it can feel like, you know, you're falling. So one of my main things for today is just to get a feel of how it rides, get a feel of how it the kind of turning that I should expect, like the turning radius. But I'm feeling pretty good right now. Now, one thing that's different is that you're gonna have no fucking clue how much gas is in this thing. I mean, this is what you get, and that's it. There's not like a empty full gauge or anything like that. It just kind of is speed and a couple other things. So I have genuinely no idea how much gas this thing has in it. The dealership that I got it from said that it should be fully filled up. So I'm gonna go ahead and take them at their word on that. I will have to look into like what's the best way to know how much gas you have, or if it's just something where, you know, you just gotta know. You just gotta keep track of it. So we'll see. But yeah, obviously a completely different beast to have out here on the roads. But already I'm really just loving how relaxed it is, you know. I'm in a really comfortable seating position. I don't feel like I'm, you know, working for it. Another cool thing is this on the side here. This thing right here. So instead of having to like constantly have my grip on it, I can just like, as long as I just have the weight of my hand on that slightly, boom. That's definitely one of the things that I found a little bit annoying with the R3. And it's probably just a thing with sport bikes in general, is the fact that you have to grip onto the fucking handlebar the entire time. And that, along with the fact that you're putting your entire weight onto it, it can get really uncomfortable really quickly, and it can stress your hand out. So with this little thing on there, it makes it so much nicer to just kind of cruise, right? I don't have to like be constantly tensing my hand, which is really nice. Alright, so far the seat is a little bit small for my big badonkadunk. So that's probably something I'm gonna see about, maybe if I can get a different seat on it or something. Something along those lines. Also, this mirror, I can't turn it, so it's just permanently facing me. So I guess when it comes to shifting, I kind of just gotta get used to doing it by feel, rather than by like an indicator, like I would have with the R3. Oh man, this is so nice. Oh, and she sounds good too. Alrighty, we're gonna try and turn in here. Now I know there's a lot of stereotypes associated with, you know, cruisers, and more specifically Harleys. Which, mind you, this is not a Harley. This is a Yamaha V-Star 1100. And that's what I'm going to make sure nobody ever forgets. Because they must never forget. But yeah, no, genuinely really nice bike so far. I'm really enjoying it. Honestly, like, in terms of like maneuvering this thing, it's really not so bad right now. Mainly attributed to the fact that I think because it's so heavy, it makes slow maneuvers honestly easier, if I had to really say anything. We're gonna kind of hit the open road here. This is a Popka Vineland. It's a really nice road to just kind of cruise down, but it can get very busy. So that can make it not so fun to cruise down, especially when you're on a big bike like this. Let me throw it into neutral, if I can find neutral. There we go. Neutral is found. But I mean, yeah, it's really nice. Now I do have this back here, which I think that's like a rear foot thing. So obviously you're shifting up. Although I guess it's kind of up to you. I'm used on the sport bike, you know, foot up, shift up, foot up, shift up, foot down, shift down, foot down, shift down. But I guess on this one it's got it to where you can use your heel to shift down. Or I guess technically your heel to shift up and your front toe to shift down, I guess is what it would technically be. But yeah, we'll just have to see here, I think. Right now I'm in third gear. Yeah, third gear, I think. So it's not selling out of me. We're cruising at, looks like 50 miles an hour. So we're staying pretty up there. Definitely far from the top end of this gear though. I actually do have my thing open because this face screen is amazing, might I add. I mean, it feels nice and sturdy. Feels really nice and sturdy, actually. But yeah, like I said, traffic right now here is slow. So we'll see. But yeah, I mean, so far, again, really comfortable. I love the hand thing on here. It sounds good, it rides good. Oh man, I have to say I'm really happy with this. Now the reason that I decided to get this motorcycle, I think I might have mentioned it either earlier in this video or in one of my other videos, but I tend to do a lot more long distance riding, and most of the stuff that I plan to do in terms of riding my motorcycle has to do with longer distance travels. So I did a couple on my R3. As you can expect, that was about as uncomfortable as you can imagine. So I decided it was time to go ahead and trade in and get a proper vehicle for what I want to do, which in this case was a cruiser. So obviously most cruisers are going to be pretty expensive, especially ones with as much horsepower as this, with 1100 horsepower. So if you're getting new or even relatively new, you're probably dishing out potentially, you know, tens of thousands of dollars. That is a full potential. But with this one, I got a pretty good deal. It does have 29,000 miles on it, almost 30,000, so pretty much 30,000. So it's a little bit up there in mileage, especially compared to what the R3 had. But I do tend to maintain my vehicles very dedicatedly. So I'm not really worried about that. So we'll see. Let me put my visor down. That didn't really do much. Alright, we're getting into some serious traffic here. Yeah, so it's very loud, for one. Again, in terms of how it rides though, very comfortable. So I think second gear is probably around 30 miles an hour from what it just kind of feels like. But wow, beautiful day out, beautiful day. So funny story, I actually went up to the dealership the other day with the R3, got the whole trade-in done, paid for what was then left over for this. But the thing is that because the title was in my father's name, I had to get him up there to sign a couple things and to actually turn over the physical title. So we got everything sorted out, and they just said, all right, you know, like, ride the R3 back, bring it back up tomorrow with the title in your father so you can, you know, sign everything off. So that's what I do. I ride it back, but I'm sitting at a stoplight just a little ways away from home. And the clutch cable snaps, just fucking clean snaps. So I'm stranded at a light, and we end up renting a U-Haul trailer to haul it home. And then obviously it was a situation of well, how do we get it back up to the dealership? Because obviously, like, at that point in time, if I was to try and wait on the, like, buy a new piece, new clutch cable, wait for it to get in, install it, and then get it back up to the dealership, that probably would have been a potentially 2-week venture, which obviously, you know, I'm not gonna do that. So I called them, and they were like, oh yeah, you know, just bring it up, and when you get the piece in, bring that up to us as well. So they were very accommodating. They're very nice. So shout out to Sky Power Sport in Sanford. They did an amazing job taking care of me. I was really, you know, playing hardball with them, which you know, they didn't give me any shit for that. So they really did take care of me. So big shout out to them. But yeah, obviously we ended up just trailering it back up there and trailered this one back down, and that was today. So see, I gotta get used to this front brake because this thing is so fucking heavy that the front brake really does not do a whole lot. Ah, God, it's so beautiful out today. Now probably tomorrow I'll end up taking it out on the highway, and we'll kind of get a feel for that for the first time. Because again, as far as my research goes, well, it says it can get up to 120. We'll see about that. We will see about that one. You get a whole lot of vibration in your feet here though, which is probably why you can go ahead and just stick your legs out like this. And then you can, you know, enjoy that. Oh man, I just love this sound, baby. Oh, when it has a little snap, crackle, pop to it as well. It is no stranger to that. Alright, I think this is where I'm gonna go ahead and turn. So this is gonna bring me over into a little cute little district, where I'm gonna go ahead and just take some time and probably park up for a second. But yeah, just down this way, it's a nice little shopping plaza, and that's just before you get to some of the like serious like tourist shit. Like you go past that and it is just hotels, plazas, restaurants, shit like that, just all over the place. So I mean, we'll see. So this is a pretty tight turn. And she takes it like a champ, as expected. We're just gonna wait for this guy to take his turn. So it kind of almost makes me feel as though you're not supposed to shift with the like how I'm doing it, that you're supposed to like kick back on it. So I might try that next. We'll see how that feels. Oh, that just feels so weird. That feels so strange. And then I kick down on the front here. I want to take her down. Terrible rev match there. They have a Mavis and tires in this plaza? That's crazy work. I would not expect to see that here. And welcome to Florida. The state of traffic, crazy road routes, and fucking terrible drivers. That pretty much defines this state. So you can see when it's idling like this, it goes down a lot. So that's obviously why you have the choke there. So you can help kind of mitigate that. Let's move us up a little bit here. And then I can probably, yep. So awkward finding it. Although I guess you'd have to find it with your back foot, which is even more awkward. We'll see. Alright, come on people, where are we going? What are we doing? I just hope I don't run out of gas here. Although it should be fine. So we're gonna go ahead and get into this lane right here. So this is the plaza that I was talking about here. It's very nice. Alright, we managed to safely find neutral. So I've actually got to get back home today because I have homework to do, I have chores to do, I have a whole lot of shit to do, but I just got this brand new awesome fucking motorcycle. And motherfucker, I wanted to drive this thing, bro. This guy's pretty fucking close on my ass. Like, yeah, man. Get as close as you want, bro, I guess. Like, fuck me, right? Alright, we're gonna keep it pretty slow here because we are going to be taking this turn. I don't even think there's an indicator for your turning signals, so you don't actually know if your turning signal's on or not. You just gotta kind of guess. Alrighty. Cavender's Boot Barn, Five Below. I like Cavender's Boot Barn, that's why I got my first pair of boots. Now this is totally a bike that I could ride in my cowboy boots. I'd probably be labeled a bit of a poser though, admittedly. Okay, so my camera died. Ran out of battery. Yeah, no, it rode amazingly. It could actually get up to speed pretty comfortably. And man, I really enjoyed that. That was really fun. So I know I didn't get to record the entire ride, unfortunately, but this thing ran absolutely amazingly. It could very easily get up to speed, so absolutely no problems there. Let's see. I don't know if this is intentional. It doesn't look like it is. It's got a big ass fucking bang right there. It's also got a little dent right here. I'm not too much of a stickler about that though. I wonder if I could actually fix that myself, or if that's even like, maybe it's like that. I have no idea. But yeah, I wasn't able to record the entire ride, unfortunately, but it rode absolutely amazingly. I really have no complaints about it. Again, this is so much more bike than the R3. Even just having it here in the garage, you can clearly tell that. It's got a lot of storage space, which is going to be really useful. It's got a nice little rear seat back here for anybody that wants to hop on. It's missing a couple studs here. Nice little foldable thing there for when you're trying to get somebody up on there. Oh, well, look at that. Can do all kinds of things.
But yeah, it's really nice. Again, just a couple of things I gotta check to see how I can know how much gas is in this thing. Let's see. Let's guess one of those. Oh, well, of course, yeah, I have to unlock it. That makes sense. That makes sense. I know for some bikes, it does have like specific gauges and stuff, kind of out of sight. So again, it doesn't have everything on there, but let's see. Yeah, I'll have to figure it all out. But again, she is a beaut. I'm really excited to take a long distance ride on her, really test her out for the first time. And of course, we'll have to see, we'll have to see how, what I'm gonna name her. I didn't actually have a name for my last bike. I'm still thinking of a name for the car. I'm thinking something along the lines of Old Yeller. I'm kind of liking that. Oh, I didn't even notice it has Vance and Hines. I don't know if it comes with that, or if these might be aftermarket potentially. But it sounds really good. There's a lot of popping and cracking, as you hopefully heard in the recording there. But yeah, we'll hopefully get a lot more content out of this one. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. And yeah, keep an eye out for more motorcycle content.